Hello and welcome to the Muscle Cranking System ix9. This is Chris Caruso here to introduce to you my creation, which is a muscle building system. A muscle building system is like a routine or a muscle building program, etc., etc. But this has been pushed to the realm of system in that a system is something where you develop the rules for every step of action, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. For example, McDonald's, the operation manual. Okay, it's a system. It's one big system. They have everything broken down so you can just simply and near mindlessly follow the rules to get the potential results. This is what I want for you to understand with working out, that if you can create a system, develop a system where the rules are ABC 1, 2, 3, and they are set out over time over a certain number of weeks, then you have a way to follow that is preset that can produce results without you tangenting off because you didn't see a dramatic result ever since yesterday. That's the challenge with being human. Our bodies will only respond so quickly. We are a complex of checks and balances inside. We are built system on top of system. We are built on balance, equilibrium, okay, percents of solutions and balance. You can't go one way too far too fast with the human body because other components need to catch up and balance out in order for us to maintain equilibrium and be able to still function, because we have so many complex mini systems going on inside of us. Therefore, if we understand that our bodies can improve in steps, okay, and if we also understand that when we apply stimuli to our muscles, when we change our muscles' environment, that our body has to first recognize that response, and then it takes some time for the body to respond. And then plus, the response requires other things such as nutrients available so your body can give your body can give you more muscle. Okay, so if you're lifting hard and your body realizes, oh, I better grow some more muscle and allow for some more strength here to handle this new stimuli to the environment, then you better be ready there with nutrients and rest in order for your body to efficiently respond and give you bigger muscles. Now, after some time, our body says, I've seen this pattern over and over. It gets used to things. If we apply the same stimuli over and over without changing it, without increasing it, then your body says, oh, that's enough. I got this covered. Well, in terms of muscle growth, we don't want that. We want our bodies to keep producing more muscle to respond if we are trying to grow more muscle, more strength, and achieve a certain look. Now, as a side tangent, to achieve a certain look, you first need to identify what you want to look like. As a tip, I suggest you go into a magazine. It doesn't have to be a gargantuan bodybuilder. It can be someone from Men's Fitness, or if you're a lady from, Shape or the various female publications. You need to identify exactly what you want to look like. And may I suggest you pick someone with muscles, because, ladies and men, or men in particular, but ladies as well, because there are so many benefits that come with muscle. Muscle is way more sexy than just being lean. A person with muscle will out-attract a scrawny person any day of the week when you have some shape. Why? Because we as humans in the flesh crave flesh. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? We crave meat. Our bodies crave meat. In terms of attraction, we don't really crave fat, blubber. We want the person. We consider a person minimal fat for minimal storage, but really bones, muscle. Okay, because that's that's a basic human structure. Fat is excess fat is not it's not a natural look, and so when that fat is there, it gets in the way. But not only do we need to reduce fat, we need to have shapely muscle. If you have a particular shape that is attractive, that, for example, if you're a man and you develop a particular shape that 99 out of 100 females say is attractive, which is usually broad shoulders, the taper down to a narrow waist, a flat belly, preferably six-pack abs when you can, well balanced lower section with legs, some calves. They often spoken about having a firm derriere. All right, and you need to look proportioned. You don't want to look like a monster. Well, yeah, you do, but a balanced monster. And so, and what I've noticed as well as a man, that the more muscle or balanced muscle I've gained, the more attraction and response I've had from females. Very interesting. A lot of girls will say, "Oh no, I don't want someone with too much muscle." What they're really saying is that when someone reduces their body fat down to 4% to compete in a bodybuilding show and shows all those veins, yeah, they think that's in general they think that's gross. Well, it is kind of gross, but how long does that happen? That's only for try getting yourself down to 4%. Okay, that's only going to happen for a certain couple weeks, and then you'll get back to a little more normal. And you're not going to always be granny and ripped, all right? You'll balance out, but you'll still look good. You can still be ripped, and that's attractive no matter what. You have to see what works versus what people say. People will say, "Oh, this is attractive and that's attractive," but usually they're not telling you the truth, or they don't even know. They haven't put it to logic or something, because this attraction is not logical. So find out what works. Look into magazines. Who are the most popular, most attractive, sexy people, and go imitate them. Now, okay, so let's bring this back to this course. Muscle cranking system ix9 is a different system than ix8, but it uses the core way of lifting, which is the muscle cranking movement. The muscle cranking movement perfects lifting style for every millimeter of movement. It uses a particular emotion to channel, which actually the movement was created out of the emotion. Okay, the focus upon that emotion created the muscle cranking movement, and the particular motion also will help you infuse a tremendous response from your muscles while you are lifting. This is very interesting stuff. I don't think I've ever really heard it talked about. My products use, for the edge that they use emotions as the fuel behind them, and through the emotions I figured out the way of lifting. So this is very unique. We channel emotional energy. Emotions bring energy, and so we channel a particular emotion to create the form. Now, with muscle cranking system ix9, it complements 8, but it comes back there are 3 phases. It brings you through the form and shaping, form practice, and then muscle shaping. We're going to increase the numbers of sets quite a bit, and we're going to go for a more more of a shaping type of variety, a type of combination of sets and reps. And so we're going to increase the number of, well, we're not increasing the number of reps, but we're going to have several sets per exercise and several exercises per muscle group. And we're going to focus on getting really good at the movement for every millimeter of movement. And then we're going to take it up a notch, and we're going to intensify that for the next 2 weeks. This is a six weeks program, although you can extend it at any time. And then for the third phase, the last 2 weeks, which I often take to 4 weeks, is that we're going to use overload. And we're going to use muscle cranking ix9. We're going to look to build some thickness and density, and we're going to get a unique muscular response. And you're going to be able to see some, you're going to be able to, from my experience, I was able to lift more poundages than I ever have through muscle cranking ix9, as particularly the third overload phase. This form will help you get stronger, and it'll help you handle heavier weights. It is pretty amazing, unique, and for those of you out there who are in powerlifting, you'll want to check this out. For those of you who sling and bounce your weights, your strength can increase dramatically and instantly once you learn how to fill in the gaps and strengthen every millimeter of movement up and down. So when we go into the overload, we're going to be lifting some heavy weights, overloading the muscle. It's a beautiful thing. Get a spotter. I give you a bunch of core workout videos. I go through pitfalls of lifting, how to lift more safely, how to maximize certain things. That will also be part of your course. See this sales page for details. And so anyways, this is a system. It's nominally priced. It's something that can add to your arsenal of knowledge and experience, but most importantly, it can help you start to get dramatic results from your workouts. And you're not going to have to struggle and strain when you go in your workout trying to figure out what to do. You're going to have an ABC 1, 2, 3. I do this. It's cool. I do my numbers. I'm out of the gym. I get the magic results. All right. Most of us go in the gym before. It's like, oh, how do I lift? How do I look? Look at this guy. Looks bigger than me. How do I look like this? Oh, I look terrible. And we go through all this nonsense. Now, all you're going to be thinking is, I'm just going to the gym to do my numbers. ABC 1, 2, 3, and I know I'm going to get my magic results. You're actually going to know that pretty quickly. You're going to start seeing them. Okay, so to obtain the system, simply scroll below and click on the Add to Cart. You know what to do from there. I would suggest that you definitely check this out and add it to your arsenal. It will add power to your life. It will help you build muscle density and shape, and it will help your progress in lifting. And hey, you want to look like you work out. When we all have to work out, so we might as well look like we work out, right? So add this to your arsenal and start to watch your muscles fill out and get thicker and more dense. This is one of my favorite programs, and so I think this can become yours too. To get started, add the cart. If you have any questions, hit the contact button above. Thank you.